Hey guys, it's Will here, and tonight I'm bringing you another unboxing video, and as you can see it's going to be the Megatrakk Scrapjet. Now I've actually picked up two of these because of all the new warbuggies. This one has the reputation for probably being one of the best out there, so yeah, I thought two of them would be a great addition to my Evil Sun's Cult of Speed. But without further ado, let's dive on in and see what's in here. So as with all the new buggies that are coming in their own boxes, it's a very flat box, quite tall, slide out tray. And the first thing you get is your instruction manual, which is the standard sort of thing we're expecting from GW these days. So very nicely laid out, very easy to follow, bits of colour on here, all the parts are numbered, so looks like it should be really easy to put together. But there is a bit of a problem I've noticed with this, and that is if we look up here at step 1, you put this grot together, then he goes in there. But then by the time he's here, he's covered by most of the model. And yeah, this could be a bit of a problem painting that, because there's no way you're going to be able to get your brush into there on the final model. If you actually look, once it's getting complete, I'm just trying to find the piece in here. You stick like a little canopy over that as well, so he basically, you almost can't get to the guy with your paintbrush. So and it's not like you can just stick him in at the last minute either, you know, like with the driver, you leave him out and paint him separately, but you can just stick him in. But by the second step, the grot's completely in there. So what I think I'm going to have to do is paint him separately before I build the rest of the model. But anyway, let's have a look at the actual plastic sprue. So it's all one large sprue. Got another one of these nice big bases in there. But here is your sprue. So you've got all the bits and pieces you want on there, and the pieces here, I've got some nice chunky bits. I mean, the whole left side and right side of the vehicle are single pieces with this top plate on here. So the main structure of it looks nice and chunky, and it's got all the lovely detail you'd expect from a modern GW kit. You know, you've got like sculpted on iconography there, nice sprung suspension, big spiky bits that go on the front, and this thing's got a lot of rockets, and this thing here is a rocket cannon, which is its main weapon, and you've got the ammo feed for that, which gives you 3 rockets. But then you've also got 1, 2, 3 fixed wing missiles, and then this launched one, which is a nice little touch. So yeah, definitely got some nice detail on here. You've got little things like this. You've got the bullet spray for the big shooters, and yeah, just generally very nice kit. The one problem with all these new buggies though is you really don't get many options, which is a little bit disappointing for the Ork player in me, because you know what, I like converting, and although this will go together really nicely, it's not going to give me many different options. But anyway, I'm going to get this built up and then show you what it looks like once it's put together. So the Scrapjet's all together now. To be honest, it didn't take me that long to do. It's a pretty nice kit, to be honest, once you get through the initial stage. So as you can see, I've left it off the base for painting, and I've also used a number of sub-assemblies, which I'll show you. But as I said, the first stage is doing this grot in the back. Now, to be honest, you can barely see him. He is in there, but I need to pretty much shine a torch in there to actually show him to you. But I painted him first before putting the rest of the vehicle together. And good job I did, because as you can see, there's no way I'd get a brush in there. To be honest, if I was doing another one of these, which I will be, I will probably do some sort of conversion or custom job on that. You know, it's not going to be a simple part swap, but you know, options include leaving the grot out because you can't see him anyway, building some sort of canopy over the top of that, or a complete rebuild of the rear end. But yeah, it's a bit of a fiddly bit. And then when you try to get the 2 halves of the chassis to go together, that again is a bit fiddly. You end up with a little bit of a gap at the bottom. They don't quite sit flush. Now that's okay, because on the bottom of the vehicle, with such a low ride height, you're not going to notice that once it's painted up, but it is a bit of a nuisance on you know, if this was on anything else, or if you were planning to you know, have this off the base or somehow. As you can see, one of the wheels has fallen off there. That's fine, that's just a sub-assembly I'm using. And if you're wondering about this little like black stippling there. That's just where I've sprayed some of the inside of it before I put it together, just because I knew I wouldn't be able to get a brush in to do some of that inside colour later on. So yeah, once you get the initial two halves together though, it actually goes together really nicely. All the weapons, the fins, the suspension, they all sit on pretty nicely. The wheels I'm leaving off for painting because it's got all this nice detail under here with the suspension, and so I wanted to be able to paint that and paint all the bodywork. So wheels are being all left off and they just come off really easy. That'll be an easy job to put them back on when I'm done. Also doing the driver as a sub-assembly so I can easily paint the cockpit detail. And he's actually a really cool little bit there. If you look, he's got one hand on the steering wheel and the other one is pulling this external lever, which I'm assuming is probably the launch for this rocket. As you can see, I've assembled one of the launching ones on there. And yeah, it's just some lovely detail at the back end here with these fins, this sort of fuel canister, suspension that actually these rear fins are actually welded to the rear suspension, so I'd imagine that they can probably be adjusted up and down in reality. Not that this thing really exists in reality, but it just looks really cool. And to be honest, now I've done the grot and getting the thing together, it looks like it's going to be really fun to paint. Very cool looking model. It's just that fiddly early assembly. As for painting him up, well, I want to get this video out fairly quick, so I won't sort of be showing you the painting of this in this video, but no doubt you'll see him on my channel in bat reps. And if you want to see work in progress shots, then probably best to hop over to my Instagram and subscribe to that, because I'll definitely be showing him at a work in progress shoot and later once it's complete. But yeah, so to conclude, yeah, a bit fiddly to start with, but gets easier as you go along, and ultimately a very cool looking model. I do like what they've done with this. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Bye.